was different than most people. My parents were very giving, and they wanted better for everybody else. They always put everybody else first. And I gained that quality from them. And I'm happy that I gained that quality because it gave me the opportunity to take on different jobs and do charity work. And 2 summers ago, I was given the opportunity after graduating from high school to move to North Carolina 2 days after I graduated. And I worked at what's called the Hinton Center Mission Retreat Center. And it was a great opportunity. And what they did at this place was they helped repair houses because this town in which this center was located is the biggest place where poverty hit the hardest because so many places, all the companies shut down. Everybody lost their job. And then a couple of years after that happened, a tornado went through and destroyed a lot of things. So I think most of all, the word that would describe me and my best qualities would be charitable. When I went to North Carolina, I knew what the word charitable meant, and the definition in the dictionary is generous in donations or gifts to relieve the needs of the poor, ill, or helpless. But after working in North Carolina and meeting all these people, I realized that a definition doesn't do it justice. It's a feeling of emotion, knowing that you have gave something to somebody else. And for me, what I gave most to most of these homeowners that I met is love and compassion. Most of them were much older, and they didn't have very much. They lived in very poor conditions. But at the end of the day, they didn't care about any of that. They cared about having company. Because most of them, their families weren't around. And most of them were very depressed. And that was one thing that I was keyed into. And so I would go to these houses with teams to repair them. But every day, I took my teams to have hour-long talks with homeowners so that they had somebody to talk to. I gained relationships with these homeowners, and it touched my heart dearly because it changed my life more than I changed theirs. And it was just a great feeling. And for example, there was this one homeowner, and they had told me before I went to this home that she was very depressed and she had just tried to commit suicide. And it was very heartbreaking. So one of my main goals when I went to this house was to talk to her and find out why she was depressed. And I found out that both her son and her husband had both passed away not years before this. And it was depressing. It was sad. There were many tears shed, but I talked to her, and by the end of the week, she was like my best friend. And I mean, she was like family to me, and I loved her. And at the end of the week, when I was transferred to another location to work, it was very hard to say goodbye to her. But we kept in contact all summer. And she became very social, and she actually joined a church, and she started getting out there and doing things. And I felt like I helped her in a way. And in the end, in my conclusion, I have to say